Like I said a couple of hours ago, like I mentioned a couple of hours ago, I'm rather busy. Wanted you to look at these photos, and I wanted to talk about different designs. One of the designs I want to talk about right now is about the Ram, the Taurus, representing Mars. It is the 4-point connection of its own reflection, in which will create a diamond looking, but it's created from two parts of a creation. And I'm going to show you the basic where the delta angle comes in, etc., etc. And the artwork comes from the separation of the delta angle. I'm going to take the camera off. To start work. And this design over here, we want to follow the original part of the design. Okay, the original part of the design is over here. This is the original part of the design. And what we do from the original part of the design, okay, we come from here, right? Just follow this part, right? We go right through the center. We come all the way around and we connect. That's the heart. We cannot create that until the complete outside between here and here is created. And this will be created inside of here as a third arm. And this part here is the passage in between your yin and your yang. So you create one, okay, and then you create two. So it's like two S's. Hold on a second. It's like one S here, and then it's one S here, right? It's almost like saying yes. So, and all you do is you're double lining it. At the same time, your S's can actually be created from the Ram's, excuse me, V. And just a reflection. What can look like an S can be a reflection because we don't see it in the primary design. We only see it when we create the extension from here. Okay, and the extension from here is where that S begins to show up from your V into an S. And the same thing goes from this extension here and this extension here. This is what I tried to show before. And where does the E world show up is when we plug from here into this area over here, the minus sides and the plus side, where the entry is plugged in over here. And now we have the E world, E and C, coming together, where the C is part of the direct center connection. The delta angle is this design over here. This is what all of them separated. The mirror of this, excuse me, the mirror of this is this. And then you have your singularity pyramidal passage. But I don't want to talk about that. I'm just showing you the two ways to set it up. One where they're opposite. See the reflection, the mirror like here, or flipped around and it's face to face, and then it shows this opening over here. And it all depends if there's one, see this block here, the separation is one block or two blocks or three blocks. 3 blocks tells us a story that there's a passage between the 2 blocks, or I can overlay this block here taking up 3 and this block here taking up 3. So one would be 9, one would be 4. So if we want to know what 49 is, it's where 3 by 3 comes into 2 by 2. So we have 4 and we have 9, and that's your blocks. And when you have a 2 by 2 and you want to implement the 3 by 3, what we're going to do is we're just going to steal one corner. And then we implement our 3 by 3. We're just going to implement the one corner. So we're going to leave this part void and this part void. And now we have joined the center, and we have actually 3 equal parts. But the reality is the center collects all the parts. So there's a whole numeric value that gets set up from that design. At the same time, I'm not sure if you've seen the Mayan art where this comes into effect because this is what it does. And this shows me the E world. And we've connected to the union in the center. And that union will create this V-like. Instead of making the V-like, I just implement this and then implement this, which will connect the two sides together. And this E actually also looks like a G, which says 5G. So they're talking about the incoming 5G is talking like connecting of the torus, the center line between the two sides. I had this design, and I really like that design. I'm having trouble duplicating it. I feel like I'm in a rush. There's another way to do it, and this is how our electricity works, where what I did is I did this one. I'm going to show you. I'm writing on the edge of a book, where I did this one here, right? See the number 2 where the number 2 comes in, 2 and 6 come in. And then I did this one over here. Okay, so I did those two. And I continued this one to come underneath, and do that over there. But forget about that. What I did is, as I created this one, and then I went ahead and I created this one, I looped in this one, I went and looped in this one, and I reconnected. And I went this one, I looped in this one, and then I looped in this one. 22, 22. Created in both. And apparently that's where the same way as a light is made. And now how can I, or would I do it this way? Anyways, there's a couple of ways to do it. I just wanted to show that off real quick. Wasted 25 different papers, and you're going to say, am I going to recycle this? You're damn right I am. Just give me a second. I'm definitely recycling that. Get it out of the way for now. So what I mentioned we were going to talk about in our last video. Does anybody see the pictures I put up? Does anybody want to go through the pictures I put up? I wanted to talk about the game of pool. Before we talk about the game of pool, I want to talk about what I started in the last video as the dark colors. And the dark colors, where would you start the dark colors? Would you say blue is a dark color? Purple is a dark color? What is a dark color? Red, is red a dark color? Is green a dark color? Is burgundy or maroon a dark color? Well, if I would take red and blue, I would create purple. Is that a dark color? Because red, 3 and 11, green, 6 and 14, maroon, 7 and 15, blue, 2 and 10, purple, 4 and 12. So this would be 2 and 1, 4 and 3, 3 and 2, 6 and 5, 7 and 6. So in numbers, green and maroon come together, and their difference is the moon. In numbers, okay, there is no other 5, so this is your full connection. In numbers, 3 and 3 come together, so red comes together in purple. Okay, and these are the same numbers. So this is your moon spirit, moon spirit, which would be 57, which would be 19, Earth, moon, spirit. That's actually Earth's heart, and this would be 25. And the reason for that is 3 times 19 equals 57, and 3 by 25 equals to 75. And there's still the breakdown. Where this one will equal 3 times 1 equals 3, or 3 times 7 equals 21. And this one will equal 3 times 7 equals 21. Your 21 is your 3. It is your 1 over here, your 1 over here, and this one in the center, okay? If I get this right, we'll bring in this one and this one, these 3 in the center. I'm thinking of 3 and 7 are entering with 1 and 9. But who brings in the 5, or is it an empty space? Who goes around 5? Who goes through 5? Anyways, we come up with these numbers. So now we have 2 blue comes in with red, creating the purple. 2 blue comes in with red. See, there's a 2 here, there's a 2 here. The red is in the purple. There's a 3 and a 3. The blue and the yellow come together. You see, I don't have yellow over here. Yellow is a light color. Yellow must come together with blue. So yellow is 1 and 9 over here. Yellow is your 1 and your 9. So you would end up with your 1 and your 9. So your blue connects to your yellow and creates your green birth. And how does this create your green birth? Number 29 is the birth in the sun, bringing on the spirit of creation. When 2 and 1 come together, they're talking about everything that's created in purple. Purple is numeric value 88, the connecting skies, 88. If I create an 8 this way, the missing part of this equation is your 8 this way. And this would create the half space in your time clock in between. Can you not see or something? So now we connect this one to this one, this one to this one, this one to this one. And this all has to do with, there's a lot of, I think, math that goes on with this. We never finished this one from yesterday, April 1st being the 92nd day of the year, the 7th gate and how to reach there. I should go way slower. Anyways, so here's the game of pool. The yellow ball, which is the 1 and the 9, the blue ball, which is the 2 and the 10, and the red ball, which is the 3 and the 11. Okay, well, since 1, 2, 3, nothing is created in 1, 2, 3. Purple is a now in everything, and the reason purple is in everything is because here's your purple, and I bestow it inside of 6 and inside of 5, and your purple is inside of 6, and your purple is inside of 5 because of that, because of that number 4, and there's 4 in both of them. Now the thing is, you see, number 1 is inside of 5. 5, okay, gets also yellow. Okay, it gets 1 and 9, and 6 gets blue. 2 and 10. And this is everything we have in our game. So once we have our blue and our yellow, we're automatically going to get our green. And our green is our 6. Our green is our 6. Okay. And 14. And the 14 ball is the 5 ball, and that is the sun. And if you get the 5 ball, you now have the orange ball. Because the orange is made up of red and yellow. So these are how our colors mix and match and transfer between the stripe and the solid, okay, when you go by colors in pool and their numeric value. So here we have the 6 and the 5 that come together. The green, which is created from the yellow, and the blue. So that would be created from, if you want to take the total, yellow is 1, and blue is 3. And the reason for that is because blue is the 2 ball and the 10 ball. Did I write that over here? The blue is the 2 and the 10. 2 and 10 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. I don't want to take the zeros into effect right now. I'm not going to use that right now. And then if we want to talk about the red ball, the red ball is number 9. Did I get that correct? The red ball is the 3 and the 11, so that makes number 14. I'm sorry. Where is my eraser? I keep putting it in some other spot. Is it on the floor? Oh, here it is. Red is the 3 and 11. 14 becomes the 5. And the letters in this are A, C, E. Those are your letters. And the 1 would get switched. The 1 would get switched to a 7 because the only way to get 1 is on level 2. And that would create a 7. So you'd have 7, 3, 5. And then you'd have G, U, N. Nugget. G-U-N-E-T. 5, 2. Nugget, Earth. Nugget, N-E-T. 10, G-U. Just says gun because that's the position of the letters. And that's your game of pool. We can go on to the 7 ball. Did we speak about the 7 ball? What did we do? 1, 2, 3. We did the purple. We did the 5, 6. And the 7 ball is the 7 and the 15, which becomes the 7 and 6, which becomes 13, becomes 4. So we have the yellow becomes 1, the blue becomes 3, the red, okay, becomes 5, which is the 3. The 4 ball, okay, the 4 ball and the 12 become the 7 ball. The 5 ball and the 13 ball, okay, become the 9 ball. I did the 7, did the 4, did the 5. The 6 ball and the 14 ball become the 2 ball. When you associate them together, I'm not going to minus them because they all go with 8. So we had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have them all here. So we end up with 2, 9, 1, 3, 5, 4, 7. 2, 9, 1, 3, 5, 4, 7. And the only one we do not have is the 8 ball. And if we minus all these from each other, it becomes the 8 ball. Now, what I have to configure is 1 and 9 come together. So yellow comes together with the orange ball, 1 and 9, because now I'm going to go into sections like this. I like to use sections, groups of either totals of 1, single digit, totals of 4, single digit, totals of 7, single digit, because I run this way on my calculator. This is the base. 1 and 1 is the base of everything. 1 and 1 becomes the 2 separation, duplication, and 4. 3, which is created from that here, gets exchanged as 3, 1, 3 inside 7. I can't explain it. I don't understand it myself, but it works. So we're going to take the 1 and the 9, the 1 and the 3, and the 1 and the 6. We're going to take the 2 and the 8, 2 and the 5, and 2 and the 2. We are going to take the 3 and the 1, the 3 and the 4, and the 3 and the 7. We are going to take the do I take the 4, the 4 and the 9, the 4 and the 6, and the 4 and the 3. Now we're going to take the 5 and the 2 and the 5 and the 8. And then we're going to take the 6 and the 1, 4, 7. And then we are going to take the 7 with the 9, 6, 3. So we found out that the 4, that the 7, and the 1 we didn't use, and the 1 will all work with 3, 6, 9. So when we go 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 9, we mix those color balls together. When we go to 3, we use 1, 4, 7. So it'll be 3 and 1. So it'll be red and yellow. And then it would be 3 red with 4 purple, or, okay, or the combination of 3 and 1, 4, which was red, which would create orange. 3 and 1 equals to 4. So this would be the orange. So this is all the red ball. This is all the purple. And these are the plateaus we need to reach. Some of them do not work. 9 and 4 is 13. That's the orange ball. 6 and 4 create the 1 ball. 4 and 3 create the 7 ball. So we're playing always with 4, 7, 1. 4, 7, 1. 4, 7, 1. But since there's really no 1 in the game, and all 1s will revert to 7, we will go 7, 4, 7. We will go 9, 6, 3. We will go 7. Sorry. We will go, when it comes to 6 and 4, it becomes 9, 7. 3 and 1 is 4. 3 and 4 is 7. 3 and 7 is 1. So this one, okay, will remain a 7 because it's a 10. Here's a 10. It will become a 7. Here's a 10, 5 and 5. It will become a 7. So there's going to be a 7 in every single house, a minimum of 1 7. 6 and 1 is 7. But this, all these 1s will have to be reverted to 7. So this will be a 7. This will be a 2, 3, 4. Add 6 will be a 10. This will be a 7. 6 and 1, add a 6. It'll be a 4. So all these get turned around. For those of you who don't understand, look at the pictures. Some of my pictures or other designs I wanted to talk about on here. But since there's nobody watching this video, I'm not really even happy with this video. It is what it is. I think I'm trying to stuff them out too quick. For the one person who was here, thank you for watching. I wanted to open up these pictures and show you some of the pictures. One of the pictures that got me going, let me see if I can show them on here. One of the pictures that got me going was, hold on a second. Was this picture over here, where you can see it really close. If you go into the picture, there's a monkey. Seems like there's some kind of monkey on my head. This picture here is the Monopoly car. Krista Berg. All we're missing is the 8. And then there's this little design here. It says my name on it as a crystal stone. Here, you see the orange in the background. I took a picture with my camera and I saw something, a big red planet behind it. I took that myself. Then this showed up over here and it wasn't a camera flare. There's this one here, getting mail. Obligations of 2 hearts. This one over here, I tried to show you and design it, became rectangular. 2 cards, one next to the other. I only split the corner 3 times here, straight up and down. I went in, I went down, I create my A on one side through 7 and Y, and I just create this connect, close the book. Close this one over, this one over, this one, and this is what the cards show you when they show you 2 eyes and 1 eye. Just going through these real quick. On this Sanskrit, in this position over here, it says end. Not in all of them, and it could be done purposely. Here it says Pope, P-O-P-E. My kitchen floor, I just redid a crop circle. Here it says 5, 7, 7, 5. 5, 7, 7, 5, not reversed. This is an obligation and a design. This is another setup of the planets. Looks like the original 6 hockey team cities. Here's again the monkey on my head. Can't see it in the camera. This is the Roswell. Go look at the Roswell brown stone. Over here, I try to create the H and the I. Another crop circle, I reconnected together following the lines. Remember, if I go past the center, I have to be careful because everything is mirrored. They're showing you the bigger picture. How the Star of David connects 3 hearts. See the dividing line? This, 4 of them, 2 of them here and 2 of them here hit the center. This one here hits separation, while this one hits the center. This one here hits separation, while this one hits the center. So there's always 1, 2, 3 showing separation. This is basically a mirage in my apartment. Here's one of those obligations. 500 years of life and GameStop. How I designed this about 7, 8 years ago. Here's another obligation of GameStop. Star of David, right? Are there 8 in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's 8. How does 6 fit into 8? Went right through the center over here. You have to make sure there's a number of lines here, at least 4, to create a center. One holding 2, sitting on top of 1. The 2 are from 2. The 1 is for 2. The 1 is for 2, holding 2. The one that he holds is for 2. The one that he holds is for 2. This is the final decision. 2 snakes and 1 snake coming together. I think that's it. I did have one other thing I wanted to look at. It's my other hearts, the beginning of it. Oh, here's something I've done, and I think somebody else did the same thing. This is what you get off of numbers when you count. Use the 36 numbers in roulette, and I'm not sure if they were used in order because 1 is over here. 1 is in the 2 position. So if 1's in the 2 position, we're going to have to hold it this way. Because the reality is, no, we're going to have to hold it this way. That way 1 gets back its position. So we're on an angle when it takes this position. But in this position here, right, by moving 159 into the center, okay, 159 is in the center. 159 is center. 258 is now on an angle to 159, and that will create the Star of David Mug and Dovin angled bow tie. These cubes, this is what the roulette reflection looks like, and you put a Y in the center, it creates the magical cube. Here's your stop signs, and then you need the stop sign, the hexagon, and the square, and the stop sign. So you have 4, 8, and 6, 4, 6, 8, and that is our time clock. And if we make this bigger, we can see that this center, 4 stop signs, 8, 8, 8, 8, and 6. You notice the way there's a separation with 6 here, but there's no separation over here. So this can support, you see this here, and then it supports it here. Because this is finished, you don't see what's going on. It's supporting this side and this side. And we see the crowns and the picture cards doing the same thing. So this 6, 1, 6, 1, in between 8, 1, 8, and this is 88 with 0 in between. And if we square this off, which I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to print it and square it off. There's an implication inside the design for area space occupation. Whoop, I wanted to go back here and maybe go back to this. I'm going to try and find something on here. I'm just looking for something. I'm looking for something. How about that cool dude, eh? What about that cool dude? What about this? Can you read French? I'm looking for something specific in here. When you put a bunch of Star of Davids together, this is what you get. See that I in the middle? See the center? Well, I always say the center is a divider for two sides. So you live in the center, connected by both sides. You're squished in. That's the letter I. That's why you don't count 3 parts of the center. Okay, here it is. Okay. Well, it's a whole bunch of designs. Wonder if I can, how do I get those? No, that's not what I want. Okay, let's see. I can get the Tuesday. No, I don't want Tuesday. Let's see. Can I get Monday? Ah, it's a lot, eh? I want to see where it is. Whoop. Okay, that's good. Okay, what is up, brother? I hope you're doing well. Yep, doing the best I can do for the moment. I'm going to be done this video. I'm going to be cleaning up the house. Everything's a little bit all over the place while I'm doing designs on my walls, painting my walls, taking off some of the old artwork and putting on some of the new where I can paint over because it's now latex instead of oil paint on the walls, and slowly changing and revamping for a better vision and a calmer, relaxed state. Remember that stop sign is very, very special. We have to be able, we see things together when we see designs, the artwork, the flat artwork, it's together. Sometimes it comes in pieces and parts and it creates the complete design. But I want to say, yes, design those clothes. Yes. Well, I didn't, no, sorry. I didn't design any clothes. Those are my designs on the templates. But I didn't design any of that. Did I ever try any of it on? One piece. Am I a critic to what I wear? Absolutely. You have to be comfortable. Would I go with them 100%? I'm not so sure. I find it a little expensive. The one from Cow is less expensive, except a lot of my designs, newer designs, are on Art of Wear, and there's a link in the description box, I think, somewhere. Working alone and trying to figure out where to devote your time and effort is as easy as you think or not so easy as you think. It depends what you think and how much time you have. Raphael 7286, you got a question, go ahead. There's just so many hidden little realities that are the truth is told, but because there's no place in our lives to actually use it, we don't bother with it. But the greatest place in the truth is to know it and what to do about it. We have to stick together, and there's things going on that need to be changed. I'm not sure how it's going to be changed. I feel, according to these numbers, that there's others out there. And if they ever talk about the extinction, that's a word also to look up and to study what the real value of that. The extinction is just, don't forget, you turn off the light, it doesn't mean there's no power. So there's always power up somewhere. It's like a generator. You turn on the power from the generator, it verts from one area to the next, and we could be in that area. Thank you for watching this video. Wait. Very good. So do I. I think everything is twisted. This is, we just had another, I don't know, 6 inches of snow today, and it snowed more in February today than any other month. And we're ready for a springboard that will wake up one morning. We'll all be dizzy for one or two more reasons, and possibly because we're switching off analog and going to digital. And where'd the moon go? And thank you for watching. Where did the moon go? George, where did the moon go? George.